All right. In this video, I'm going to be talking about like the little hidden ranking boosters that you can do to your listing to get Google to show you more often for whenever somebody types in daycares or preschools or, whatever your early education service is. First off, I'm Darrell Tyler. I'm an SEO veteran for daycares and preschools, and I help you get more enrollment calls by using simple, effective SEO systems. Okay. The first thing I want to talk about is just the simple fact that, when parents search for a daycare, Google decides exactly which centers appear first based on a few key trust factors. And today I'm going to show you what the three biggest ones are. All right. Um, so essentially, Google wants to know that you have three things in place, right? They want to know that you have NAP, reviews, and you have good insights. And I'm going to talk about what each of those are in a second. All right. All right. So let's talk about NAP, right? Very simply, what NAP is, it's an acronym for name, address, phone number. Okay. Name, address, phone number. So when I say NAP or when I say NAP, I just mean name, address, and phone number. Okay. That's it. It's just your basic business identity. Okay. This is how Google knows who you are, what you do, and that's pretty much it. Now here's the thing most daycare owners don't know, right? Google needs your name, address, phone number to be exactly the same everywhere online or your rankings will drop. That's simply because they trust you less than someone who has the same exact name, address, and phone number everywhere across the entire internet. If you have a multi-location business right now, same thing goes for each location. It has to be the same all the way around. Same name, same address, and same phone number. Okay. And to clarify, if you have multiple locations, it should always be that specific location's address, that specific location's phone number, and that specific location's name. Okay. And if you need help with this, again, reach out to me. I'll be able to help you dive deeper into this and show you exactly what your issues are. Okay. So just to be clear, that's what NAP is. All right. And by everywhere, I mean everywhere. This NAP needs to be exactly the same everywhere. Your website, your Google profile, Facebook, Yelp, licensing directory, old daycare listings, childcare listings, anywhere your daycare appears online. It has to be exactly the same. The same name, right? The same address and the same phone number. If you have multiple phone numbers, that is fine. Just make sure you include that in your listing. That way, when Google goes, crawling the entire internet, they don't see another phone number here on Yellow Pages versus what they see here on Google, or they don't see another number on your website for what they see here on your Google listing. All of it is exactly the same. And when that happens, Google trusts you more because you're consistent, right? They're looking for consistency. And one of the ways that they see who's consistent and who's not is through your name, address, and phone number. Okay. If Google sees different information about your daycare, it gets confused. If they're confused, they trust you less. If they trust you less, it's lower rankings. It's very simple. That's exactly how it works. So if your address is written slightly differently somewhere, or if you have an old phone number somewhere, or if you have your business name inconsistent with the way it is like on Yellow Pages versus Google, Google in their head, they're like, is this even the same business? Are these duplicates? Is this outdated? Like, what's going on here? And they're not going to take any more seconds to try and figure it out for you. They just won't rank you very high. And that's because it doesn't want to show parents incorrect information. I mean, you can understand that. Anyone can understand that. So in a nutshell, NAP tells Google that, yes, this is the same business everywhere. You can trust it. And when Google trusts you, you rank higher. Okay. So that's pretty much NAP. Make sure you're taking advantage of that. If you need to capture more of those directories and listings with the same exact name, address, and phone number, reach out to me and I can show you exactly how you can do that very easily. Okay. Now let's move on to the next thing, reviews. Reviews is going to be your fastest ranking and enrollment booster. Reviews are critical to the whole thing. Okay. Parents that choose daycares, based on emotion, and nothing builds safety and security like another parent's word. Okay. So when you're on these listings and, you're looking at, these reviews, I'm trying to click onto the reviews here. Parents are diving into this. They're seeing what's being said about this daycare. All right. Somebody left an incredible review. This goes a very, very long way. This is better than having a pretty website. This is better than, having good photos, having somebody say something really good about, your business, especially when it comes to your child and where you leave it, that not leave it, but leave him or her. It's critically important. The response to the review is also critically important. All these things go a very, very long way. And how Google chooses to rank you. And so you want to make sure that you're taking very, very good care of this, and you have a system in place to consistently generate reviews each and every month. Okay. If you don't have that system in place, again, reach out to me. I'll be happy to help you with that. Okay. So good reviews tell Google and families that parents trust you, kids enjoy being there, and that your center is safe and well run. They help your daycare rank higher, get more clicks, get more calls, and win trust faster. We're going to talk about performance in a second, but reviews really do help move the needle. They help move parents over to your website to learn more about your programs. That leads to clicks, that leads to calls, and that leads to enrollments. That leads to more dollars in your pocket, and you continuing to be able to better contribute to the safety and development of the children that you're putting care for. Okay, so what to aim for? If you're looking for reviews, you should be aiming for 2 to 4 new reviews per month. Every review should be responded to the same exact way you see it here, is the same way you should be doing it. I wonder if this place has a marketing agency helping them, because this is exactly how you do it. And oftentimes, business owners are way too busy to respond to every review. And so usually when you see this, they typically are working with the marketing agency, as they should be. So again, if you need help with this, if you're way too busy, reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you with this. Okay. I've been doing this for, a nice solid decade now, over the last, 10 years. And so yeah, let's make that work. Okay. So moving on. Now let's talk about insights. Insights is pretty much performance. You'll be able to see insights on your Google Business Dashboard. If you go here and you click on see performance here, or you should click on performance here. These things are critically important. Profile interactions, um, how people discovered you. All of these things are critically important. Phone calls, bookings, directions, website clicks. Google pays attention to what people are doing on your listing. So if people are doing positive things like calling you or clicking onto your website or clicking the book, they take all this into account, and they're more than likely going to start showing you more often, because they see that people are having a positive engagement and a positive experience on your listing as a whole. And so you want to make sure that you're coming here and you're making sure that people are clicking through. If you've updated your listing and you're still not seeing these numbers move on this end, reach out to me to see how we can further optimize your listing. But this is also critically important. Google pays attention to how people are engaging with your listing. And the more positively they engage with your listing, the more likely it is that Google's going to surface you when they're searching for your services. And so, it pretty much shows what parents typed into Google to find you, how many people viewed your profile, how many people clicked onto your photos. All of these things are important to Google. They want to track interactions. They only want to show the best listings. And so seeing how and tracking how people are behaving on your own listing kind of helps them do that. This all helps you understand what's working and what to improve. And so it doesn't only help Google, but it can help you as well. If people are typing in, preschool near me, and we can see that brings the most reviews, we should really lean onto the preschool content on our website. If calls spike on Monday, we can see that clearly through the listing that we see here. um, you'll be able to see that here. If we see calls spike on Monday, then we know that we should be posting to our listing on Sunday night, or Sunday evening or something like that. Right. So these are all really, really, really important things. And this data helps inform us making better decisions. Okay. If we see people click on photos, we should be uploading photos more. So overall, these better insights lead to better decisions. Those better decisions lead to more enrollments. Okay. And again, with your Google business listing really being the first time somebody get to see you, with your listing being pretty much the first impression that somebody has of your center, we want to make sure that we're well invested into these assets. Okay, so those are the 3 signals that make Google trust you. You know, it's it, 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 that's pretty much it. When you fix your name, address, phone number consistency, when you're consistent across the entire internet for your name, address, and your phone number, it builds trust. When you have a nice, smooth review flow going, you're consistently building new reviews each month, that helps. When you're making updates based on the performance of your website, when you're making updates based on the performance of your listing, that also helps. Based on all these things, you immediately improve your ranking radius. You show up in more neighborhoods. You get more enrollment calls. You become the trusted choice before parents ever visit your website because they can see the thoroughness in your reviews. This is how daycares fill classrooms without needing ads. Okay. And so this is all extremely important. All right. If you watch these videos and you realize your daycare's Google presence is not where it should be, don't wait. Every day that you're not optimized is another day, another daycare takes the calls that you should be getting. I work with a limited number of daycares each month. So if you want me to analyze your Google profile, your safety signals, your ranking radius, and your website enrollment funnel before it's too late, contact me today. The sooner we fix your profile, the sooner we can get you more calls, more tours, and more enrollments. Okay. So I'll see you soon, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.